Hi everyone, welcome back to CJ's Keto Kitchen. Tonight we're just going to be making a quick and easy sandwich. And first of all, we're going to start out by making a chicken salad. So So I have done that already and prepared it in the bowl here. And it is canned chicken. And we got ours from Costco, but they have big cans of chicken breast at Walmart. Pretty much every store has their own brand of it. And the macros in it are pretty good. It's fairly low in protein. It doesn't have any carbs. The fat ratio is pretty low. So in mine, I added just a squirt of MCT oil, and of course it has some mayonnaise in there, so it gives us our fat. And you could do a similar thing with tuna if you like tuna. Although the macros on tuna has a little bit more protein and even less fat than this, so actually your macros are better in the chicken breast. But if you prefer the taste of tuna, you can go ahead and use it. Or any type of, flaky meat, because I'm basically making a variation of like a tuna melt. So anyway, in our bowl, I did the chicken breast. I also cut up about 4 green onions. And then I also put some banana peppers to give it that slightly vinegary tang. And I also put a little bit of yellow mustard and of course some mayonnaise. And then I just seasoned it with salt and pepper. So our next step in this process is we're going to be making 90-second bread. That just happens in the microwave. It only has a few ingredients. It's a fairly dense bread. It can be airy. I like to make it as airy as I can, so I usually will run my egg in my food processor, and that's what I'm going to do tonight, just to give it that whipped, so it makes the bread a little bit more fluffy. But it only takes 90 seconds in the microwave. It's kind of similar to a mug cake, only it's not going to be sweet. And then I'm going to toast it in the toaster, and then I'm going to melt the cheese over the top of it in the oven. So hang around and let's make some sandwiches. So first of all, I'm going to take in my Ninja, but you can use any kind of food processor. And if you don't have a food processor, you can just do this in a bowl. It's no big deal. And I'm going to take 3 tablespoons of almond flour. And you can use any kind of almond flour that you like, any brand. I do prefer the blanched because it doesn't have the shells in it, so things look a little bit more done. And of course I have to dig around in my drawer for my spoon set. So I want 3 tablespoons. And then we're going to need 1.5 tablespoons of melted butter. And we want to just melt that in the microwave. And while that's melting, I'm going to season up my flour a little bit because this is a fairly bland bread, if you will. And so I want to give it a little bit of seasoning just to make it not so bland. So I'm just using the Trader Joe's 21 seasoning salute. I use this on everything. I love it. And a little bit of salt. So I'm going to go ahead and pour my butter in where I'm going to whirl in the Ninja. And this is going to cool off for just so we don't get scrambled eggs. But we are also going to use a little bit of baking powder to make the bread rise. So we need 1/2 teaspoon of that. And then I'm going to go ahead and put 1 egg in my food processor. And we're going to whirl this up so that it gets nice and fluffy. Because I find that giving it air makes the bread a little bit fluffier. So then I'm going to go ahead and add that mixture to our dry ingredients, and then I'm going to stir everything up. Get that baking powder well incorporated so that we don't have gobs of baking powder in our bread. And then the dish that I melted the butter in, I just have a little square glass dish. I think it's part of like a snap set storage container. So you don't have to use a square dish, but I like using a square dish because then when it comes out of the microwave, it's kind of in the shape of traditional bread. So when I slice it, it's kind of like slices of bread. So this already had a little bit of melted butter in it. So I'm just going to, I was going to spray it with coconut oil, but I'm just going to make sure it comes off up the sides so that when the bread comes out of the microwave, it kind of slides out a little bit easier. So I'm going to go ahead and put this mixture in the ramekin. And then we'll pop it in the microwave. Smooth it around a little bit. For 90 seconds. Or 1 minute and 30 seconds if you want to be technical. That's what it looks like when it comes out of the microwave. It's slightly spongy and it's really hot. So, but it's pretty soft. Like I said, it's similar in consistency to a mug cake, only not sweet. So I just want to make sure that it has come away from the sides. It's still very warm, so be careful. Come away, and you can see that it's in a nice square shape. You can see the steam rising off of it, so it's very warm. But I'm going to take a serrated knife and cut this in half, so it's going to make 2 pieces. So that has made 2 pieces of bread. And now I'm going to put it in the toaster and give it just a little bit of strength so that we can put our chicken on it and put it in the oven. So I'm going to slide it in my toaster.
Looks like bread.
I'm going to pop it up right now. So it just got a little golden on the edges. You can see, you know, just like traditional toast. So,
is it firm?
It's pretty firm. Yeah, it's toasted. It's definitely toasted. So then I'm going to take our broiler pan here, because that's what I'm going to put these on when I put them in the oven to just melt the cheese on top. And I'm going to take our chicken salad, and I'm going to be generous with it. And then I'm going to put a piece of cheese on each one, and we're going to stick these under the broiler and melt the cheese. So I'm going to do a second. Here's our finished product. Nice and melted and toasted. So that is a 90-second chicken salad melt. Thanks for making sandwiches with us today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please come back to CJ's Keto Kitchen. Please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified when we upload new content, if I can speak. We enjoyed having you. Please come back and make more delicious meals with us. And we'll see you next time on CJ's Keto Kitchen.